Next, let's build out the raw structure for the file, for the page that we're actually going to be working on during our training. So give me a moment here. I'm going to get rid of the element and attributes info out of the body container or the body area of the page there. There we go, something like that. And I'm just going to hide my coding application, text edit. I'm going to hide my browser. Go all the way down to my desktop, and then I'll ask you to pop into your project files folder where I've left a file for us, a project file, called sample paragraph. Go ahead and pop that guy open. So it's just a sample paragraph of text here that we're going to use. So I'm just going to grab this text here, select it all, copy it, Control or Command C. You can go ahead and close out of this sample project file, and what we'll do is we'll paste this guy into our index.html file. Now, when you paste this guy, make sure to paste him inside the body container because we want this content to actually show up inside the browser. So I'm going to paste this guy in, something like this. There we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to wrap this paragraph inside an HTML paragraph element. So at the very beginning of this paragraph, I'm going to type in open angle bracket, P, close angle bracket. And then at the very end of the paragraph, all the way down towards the bottom of the paragraph, I'm going to close the paragraph element by typing in open angle bracket / P, close angle bracket, just like that. Okay, good stuff. And then let's see, I'm going to take this entire block of text, including the opening paragraph tag and the closing paragraph tag, select it all there and copy it, Control or Command C. And then maybe go down a few lines there. You want to give yourself some space and then paste. And as a matter of fact, I want you to paste 3 times in total. So there's 1, and then I'll hit enter a few times, 2, and then 1 more. That'll give us 4 paragraphs in total. If you want to see what we have, go ahead and save your file, Control or Command S, back over to the browser, refresh, and there we go. Now we actually have some page content to work with, which is great. Okay. Now, what I want to do is I want to further break up this page content by throwing in some top-level headings and some subheadings. Now, you can use whatever text content you want for your headings. I'm going to use Canadian provinces and the capital cities of those Canadian provinces. You can use countries. You can use really whatever the heck you want. If you want to use states and cities from the US, that is perfectly fine. So I'm going to head back to my code. Now, to save myself a little bit of scrolling, I'm just going to expand things out here a little bit. There we go. Starting to get pretty massive here in terms of this file. And let's see, towards the opening body tag there, I just gave myself a little bit of space. And here's what I'm going to do. Open angle bracket H1, close angle bracket, and I'll type in Ontario. And then I'll close that heading 1, or H1. There we are. So that's an HTML heading 1. And then I'll follow that by an HTML heading 2, open angle bracket, H2, close angle bracket. And then I'll type in Toronto, open angle bracket / H2, close angle bracket. There we go, just like that. Now, essentially what I want to do is I want to drop a heading 1 and a heading 2 above every single paragraph that we just pasted in. So this is going to take a little bit of work here, but before we do that, I'm just going to save everything up and flip back over to my browser and refresh. And there we go. There's our default heading 1 and our default heading 2 formatting, which looks killer if we're in 1995, but we're not. We're in 2012. So later on, we're going to dress this stuff up using CSS. So for now, it looks a little cheesy, a little corny, but we're getting there, right? Really, at this point, it's about getting the structure in place. Again, those iron girders for our document, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to attempt anyway to save myself some typing. I'm going to select my H1 and my H2, Ontario and Toronto. I'm going to select them there and copy them. And then what I'll do is I'll scroll down, and just above the second paragraph, I will paste. There we go. And I'll throw in the next province, which is going to be British Columbia. There we go. And for our city, we'll throw in Victoria. And then scroll down, find the next paragraph, and paste. Select this guy. Next guy up is Prince Edward Island. There we are. And the capital city of Prince Edward Island is Charlottetown. and scroll down a little bit more. I was just thinking to myself that you didn't think you were going to get some geography with your CSS3, I'll bet. All right, last one here is going to be Manitoba. And of course, Winnipeg. Once again, save everything up, tab over to your browser, and refresh Control-Command-R. And now our page content is much more broken up. We've got our 4 paragraphs in place. We have our top level headings now in place, and also our second level headings in place as well. So now that we have some structure, of course, I'm really getting anxious to go and format all of this, which of course is coming up. So hopefully you got the structure now of your HTML document in place.